Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at the most well-hidden secret locations in God of War games that everyone missed. In this video, we'll be looking at tucked away spots, hidden chambers, and elusive areas that the devs wanted to hide from us.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Tyr's Prison, God of War Ragnarok. While players do eventually encounter Tyr as part of the main story in an attempt to free him, the true prison area and its deeper secrets are actually hidden away from us. To access the area, you'll need to have finished the game first. At that point, Asgard is destroyed, and thus Tyr's prison will have crash-landed on Niflheim. Head there and you'll find a new area off the beaten path that seems to lead to a peculiar building. Some platforming and spear jumps later, and there he is. And this Tyr's the real one.
Wait, that can't be. Lord Tyr.
Is this an illusion?
No, brother. No, I think it's the real deal.
Hidden Jails of Sparta chest. God of War, Ghost of Sparta. Next up, we're going to the PSP game God of War, Ghost of Sparta, and the dark confines of its Jails of Sparta area. In the handheld God of War games, the level design is more like the first God of War games in their linearity. And Ghost of Sparta hid a couple of clever chests in this level. There's these destructible wooden doors that look exactly identical to ones that aren't destructible, so you'd be forgiven for missing this one. But the second one contains a Minotaur horn, so don't forget to check them. The Grotto, God of War Ascension. As with most of the God of War games since the first, the prequel game God of War Ascension holds a super easily overlooked detail and Easter egg referencing the boat captain. Within the Grotto level, there's a couple of swimming sections, and one of them takes a side-scrolling perspective as you swim through a broken wall. When it does, you'll want to stick to the bottom and follow the path until you find a small hidden location containing a glimmering object. Swim down and pick it up for Ascension's boat captain Easter egg. Boulders Mount, God of War Ragnarok.
I can't believe Baldur's dragon is still here. It looks like it landed only yesterday.
Aye, the cold preserved it. You've come quite a way since then, lad.
In God of War Ragnarok, if you go here to this location on the map after acquiring Draupnir, you'll be able to find a surprisingly poignant secret. Aim your spear at the yellow light and break it. Baldur's dragon from the first game can be found right here in Midgard, and it's a surprisingly well hidden location. You can actually find him not far from here in the first game too, but it seems over the years, the dragon has drifted over and now lays frozen. Like Mimir says, much has changed since then.
Know anything about the frozen dragon?
It was Boulders.
Hidden Feather Chest, God of War 2. Oftentimes, especially in the first two God of War games, the developers use environmental obfuscation to hide secrets right in front of you with simple, clever camera work. In the entrance to the underground area, there's a pretty stressful section with a descending spiked ceiling. You've got to fight off enemies while occasionally pushing the ceiling back up to avoid Kratos turning into a pincushion. As you exit the room, the game cleverly puts you right in front of your path forward. But if you actually walk back a bit and into the foreground, you'll notice two well-hidden chests. They're so easy to miss due to the foreground blending in with the environment, and the chests are almost off-screen too. Pilgrim's Landing, God of War Ragnarok. In the realm of Vanaheim near the river Delta in God of War Ragnarok, you may find a mysterious bridge with a hefty puzzle attached to it. At first glance, it doesn't look like much, but it actually hides a secret location with a chest containing a grip inside. But to reach it, you'll have to get creative with the brazier puzzle ahead. First of all, the braziers themselves are kind of hidden and need to get freed by an axe throw. Then, you're going to want to utilize hex arrows and some physics to transport fire from one side to the other. But you can see on screen how we do it.
Looks like that worked. Well, that did it.
Muses Key Room, God of War. Heading back to the very first God of War and the iconic Pandora's Temple, we've got one of the coolest secret locations in the series with how you unlock it. Throughout the level, you'll be able to find and collect 2 Muse keys which you can use to open a secret door located within the outer ring of Pandora. Use the crank to spin the room around until you find the correct doorway, at which point you'll be able to unlock the entrance with your Muse keys. Inside, you'll find a neatly designed room containing a health upgrade, a magic upgrade, and a hefty amount of experience orbs. Noatuns Locked Room, God of War Ragnarok.
It's going to ram you!
As a recurring trend in Vanaheim and God of War Ragnarok at this point, the area hides so many smaller secrets gated by seemingly unsolvable puzzles. Which brings us to the legendary chest that you may have spotted in Noatuns' garden, which in itself is an area you'll need to explore to find. To get into this room, you'll need some really clever usage of Freya's hex arrows to first burn the brambles blocking the chain, which you'll then break with an axe throw to lower the gate, at which point we can finally get inside and pick up a jewel of Yggdrasil. Hades' Arm, God of War 3. Now we're headed to the morbid realm of Hades in God of War 3. For people who love completion and hunting down every trophy, this one might be known to you. It's the secret room you need to discover for the Mr. Hand trophy. Entering this room, there's a hot air updraft you can make with a pyre down below by pushing an explosive container off the edge onto it. Normally, you just use the updraft to progress further, but you can pull down and use the cage in the room as a platform to stand on and open the door. Inside this hidden location, you'll find the room flooded by arms of Hades that will try to grab you unless you take them out. Muspelheim Tower, God of War 2018. Throughout God of War 2018, you may have noticed the out-of-reach Muspelheim Tower. Simply progress through the main game until the water level has dropped sufficiently, at which point you'll want to progress to the area called the Lookout Tower. It's right next to the tower itself, so it's pretty hard to miss. Simply follow the path and climb up until you reach the top. The real secret with this location comes from one of the most hidden secrets in a video game ever. There's a completely unique puzzle you can do while standing in the center of the tower for a secret axe grip. To do the puzzle, look straight ahead at Tyr's Temple, then turn your camera to the left brazier, turn the camera back to the center, turn it to the right brazier, then turn it back to the left brazier, look straight ahead at Tyr's Temple again. At this point, you should hear a loud gong sound effect indicating you've done it correctly so far. Now look down at Kratos' feet, look to the right brazier, the left brazier, then one last time at Tyr's Temple straight ahead. If done correctly, the second gong sound will play and a secret realm tear will open up in front of you. What secret locations did you know? If you visited every location in this video, tell us below.